Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. Video we're going to be talking all about how we are going to rebrand your life so that you can become like the exact dream version of yourself. The thing is, it's not actually as complicated as what you're told. A lot of times people just don't know what to focus on. So I'm going to break that down as simply as possible with simple steps that you just need to focus on if you want to completely shift into the dream version of yourself. A lot of times it's not you, it's just lack of knowing where to put the focus. The dream version of yourself comes from these 6 different areas, and if you can just adjust and work on these, your life, and not even perfectly, just slightly, like start working on these, you will realize how your entire reality and your life will completely rebrand. Number 1 is surround yourself with evidence. What do I mean by evidence? Whatever it is that you want, whether it's a financial thing that you've never ever seen before, whether it's a financial number you've never ever seen before, or it is a character trait, a lifestyle, maybe it could be a certain really healthy lifestyle, it could be a very luxury lifestyle, it could be a certain career that you're really interested to go into. If no one around you is doing that or acts that way that how you want to act, or you physically don't have evidence, the number 1 thing I would recommend is start trying to visibly find evidence around you for it being possible. Our brain really struggles with abstract things a lot of times. That's why our beliefs and things that we've experienced kind of concrete over time. Surrounding yourself either with people who are already living a life that you want to live, or moving to a city, visiting a certain city. You move to like Gold Coast, Australia, or Bondi. That's a great example of like where everyone is living in a really healthy lifestyle. And if that's maybe something that you want to attain, maybe think about, where do I need to live in order to kind of gain evidence for how possible, how normalized this is. We as humans are very influenced by our environment and by physical concrete evidence of what we're seeing. If everyone around you was earning $10,000 a month, it would become so normalized to you that you wouldn't think of it as something that's unachievable. And your brain, as long as it thinks that it's a little too unachievable or unfamiliar, it will categorize it as unsafe. Therefore, you will kind of self-sabotage yourself every time you're getting closer to it, because subconsciously, until your brain has physical evidence of safety equals familiarity. You will not be able to adjust that. So number 1 is finding evidence. This could be through working with someone who is already living your dream lifestyle so that you become really close and you're physically able to see that this is possible. It's surrounding yourself by people who already either act the way that you want to act, or, because we become the version of the people around ourselves with. And another example could just be like spending time in those areas, or moving to a new city that has and is going to support. And I know that sounds like a big thing, but it really is a crucial element in breaking those old scarcity and limiting belief systems to normalizing the things that you want in your life. Number 2, the most important factor you could focus on out of every single thing I'm going to tell you today is this one thing. This determines how you're going to show up, how possible it is for you to become that version, because this literally is the formula to shifting your identity, to shifting who you are, your self-concept, your self-image. We often think that we are so worried about how others perceive us, and that dictates, how we show up, and that usually keeps you in a very like toxic kind of place, because then we're like doing things constantly for other people and trying to become this version that other people will like, or trying to prove to someone else that we are this certain type of person, which keeps you in a really imposter, negative headspace. But what you really want to focus on is not how others perceive you. The key is actually how you perceive yourself. You see yourself as someone who's extremely confident, extremely talented, capable. You are just like the luckiest person. People are just really attracted to you. You're really like, you will show up differently. You will always show up differently depending on not how others perceive you, but how you perceive you. Which is why it's really important that when we're focusing on our self concept or self-story, it comes from the story you're telling yourself about yourself every single day. So whatever narrative you're running with, your brain is just gonna look for evidence for that thing. It's really important that the thoughts and the story that you're telling yourself is the number one thing you want to start changing, is your self-story. And until your self-story changes, which is through 1, becoming so hyper aware of what it is that your self-story is, 2, becoming aware of what you would like to change it to, and 3, now becoming so hyper conscious of when you are living and acting in that old self. But how you perceive yourself is everything. Like, that is gonna dictate if you're gonna take action, if you're gonna believe that you're a lucky person, if you can tap into that new version of yourself. Because if you will always be the one keeping yourself in that old version. And until you can shift how you perceive yourself, you will be able to shift how you see yourself through the next steps that I'm gonna talk about. Number 3 is you have to physically act as the version that you want to become. You don't get the things and then change. You could be given the money now and still not be the person who acts like an entrepreneur or a millionaire, because you haven't built the skill set. All those things come as a byproduct of acting already as the version. If you want to become a YouTuber, you have to post as if a YouTuber, as if you have people watching you when you don't have anyone watching you. And that's the only way that you can become a YouTuber. You don't become a YouTuber by just hoping and wishing and like pretending that you're a YouTuber, but not taking action. Action is what helps to align that new version and make it reality. Our brain and bodies have to physically create evidence for I am an athlete or I am a creator through the steps and the actions that we're taking alongside the words that we're saying. Just affirmations and just thinking about it will not fully help you transform an identity. What will help transform an identity is the actions that align with that identity that you want to become. Great example I use that really helps me conceptualize. Let's say that there is a row of 3 actors in front of you and they are auditioning for a role. That role in this case is your future self, is your dream version of yourself. Actor number 1 reads just the words. They just read the script. That's it. They read the script. In this case would be those affirmations. You're like, okay. Actor number 2, maybe they stand up and they use their body language and, maybe shift their tonality. And number 3 is shifting their tonality, their body language, the way that they are, speaking. They are fully living, breathing that identity in their daily life. Like, they are doing every habit that character would do, full on method acting. They are like dressed up as the role. They are using body language as that role. Which one are you most convinced at? That is how you have to think about your brain. Your brain is going to look at which is the most convincing, because when it's just the words and affirmations, your brain will still physically and your nervous system will still kind of draw from those old experiences. So the more you can look at it as like, this is your biggest method acting role yet, from how you're dressing up, from how you're moving, your body language, the actions you're taking. Like, think of it as like you have to commit to the bit. You have to commit to the role like your life depends on it. And that is how you become a new identity. Habits are the reflection of your current reality. Your literal habits that are often subconscious at this point and automated are what builds your life. So whatever current life you have, I would look at it is built up from habits that you are consistently doing every single day. So whether it's, you're unhappy with your health or fitness goals, that is like a great place to start being like, if I want a different lifestyle and a different reality, what do I need to start shifting and replacing in my habits? Habits are literally the most automated, easy thing that once you have them in place, they will build your new reality for you. You have to take small actions every single day against your limiting beliefs. Your core limiting beliefs are usually the things that kind of keep you in your old identity, because those are the things that usually have like a core wound attached to them. So they are very triggering. They're big beliefs, whether it's you came from a very money scarcity mindset household, or maybe you grew up in a certain belief system, those are the ones that you want to daily try to build physical evidence against. And the only way that you can build physical evidence against it is by literally taking actions of that new version. No matter how much fear there is, no matter how much imposter syndrome it is, those small actions that create small evidence over time is the only way that you're going to break those limiting beliefs. I've tried everything from writing them down and rewriting them and talking about them and whatever. And yes, it helps to become really conscious, but the real thing that breaks it is by actually building physical evidence, because that's how your brain works. Whatever the prompt is for your brain will look for evidence for that, and then look for more evidence to keep you safe, because it is a predictable, familiar thing. It doesn't care what the prompt is, but when your brain is looking for evidence for whatever the prompt is that you're saying, it is really, you want to be really, really careful about what that prompt is going to be, right? Number 6 is curate your 2.0 self. Curate your environment, from your fashion style, from your really dive into your senses. A great way to really activate this new self is if you've ever gone through a breakup or something where like you've changed your hair and you just feel like it helps you tap into this new version. Whatever your 2.0 represents, look for whether it's that wardrobe, those things that you're like, oh, I don't really know if I can wear this yet, but my future self would totally wear that. Buy it, wear it. Like, start kind of tapping into that new version through these sensory things. So it could be through clothes. Maybe it's how you put on your makeup differently. Maybe it's how you style your hair differently. Maybe it's a new scent that you add into the house that just makes it feel really luxurious. Maybe it's a new fragrance that you get. We work really well as humans with our senses. Playlists, so like music, textiles, scents, think of the senses. That is the best way for you to kind of tap into those things in a physical realm. I would like to just conclude with saying, do you see how every single point has an actionable thing that you are doing? Your new self will not come from just mood boards and just like affirmations and like just trying to become that version by being like, it's gonna happen. It always is like, have the intention of what you want and combine it with the action. The action is the most important. That's like what breaks those mental blocks that you're having. The action is what builds against it. So what you want to do overall is build as much evidence against those old limiting beliefs and limiting stories that you have attached to your current self of what's possible. I'm so happy. Thank you so much for watching my video. Please come back again. If you enjoyed the video, please comment below. And I'm so excited for you. This is your year. And if there's any specific topics that you are really struggling with currently or would like me to do a full-on breakdown video about, please comment below. But remember to subscribe, like, comment, and I appreciate you so much.